Today we've got a bit of a two-in-one. OnePlus has just released a new smartphone and also a new kind of competition. We'll get back to this in a couple of minutes, but first, let's get some hands-on with this device. Right, OnePlus are no strangers to spreading out the release of new color variants. It's actually a pretty good strategy to prolong the interest in a phone. But the one we have here, the OnePlus 6 Red, is pretty different to what they've done in the past. So, as with the limited edition OnePlus 5Ts, you'll be getting 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. And from the fair amount of time I've spent with the 6, speed is not going to be an issue. In fact, in many usage scenarios, it is the fastest Android phone in the world. The cable, the dash charger, they're all the same, they're all identical to past OnePlus phones. But one thing they have done a little bit differently this time around is when you pull out the case that's included with the phone, you'll find it's got frosted sides, which is quite a nice inclusion. I'm not personally a fan of completely basic looking silicone cases, so at least this has that extra little bit of flair. Now, even though I'd seen all of the images and all of the press photos, I was still taken aback when I first saw the rear of the phone. It is boldly, unapologetically red. The colour is even more vibrant than with the Lava Red 5T, and because of the new glass construction of the OnePlus 6, it has allowed this limited edition phone to shine. Literally. Composed of 6 layers of glass, the device almost splits the light, which in itself is nothing new. It seems to be an emerging trend in 2018, but the company has also introduced an additional anti-reflective layer, which should allow more light to reach the inner layers before being reflected, hence how it turns a single source of light into this disco you can see over here. Like the standard midnight black OnePlus 6, you've got that matte aluminium frame, but this time round I think the contrast with the back of the phone is more striking. You've still got the S-curve too in some lighting conditions, but that effect is subtle on the red variant. What I really do like is this sprinkle of small touches. The fingerprint scanner is also reflective, but with a contrasting hue to differentiate it from the rest of the phone, and the silver frame around it matches with the one around the camera and also creates that color contrast which gives it a little bit of character. This compares to the Midnight Black edition, which, as the name suggests, is just many shades of black, which, don't get me wrong, is exactly what some people will want, but others will prefer the suitably flashier aesthetic of the OnePlus 6 Red. This is going to boil down to your subjectivity. One thing that will be interesting to see is how well the phone holds up over time. The black version I had picked up a few scuffs on it where the coating had come off, nothing alarming, but not ideal. But the red looks like it's not going to have this problem. Everything else is the same internals, same speaker, and same camera, although this has been updated since the phone's launch with some improvements, just software based. We've got a couple of new wallpapers, but they're coming to all OnePlus 6 phones, so it's not like you get some exclusive package here. And I guess the crux of it, the real selling point of the OnePlus 6, is the price, and this has remained exactly the same, which is something I do appreciate. £519 here in the UK makes it just as good value as when the device launched. Okay, that's a wrap on the phone. So what's this competition OnePlus is cooking up? You probably know that this is a company that really puts time into their community. With past devices, they've hosted all manner of public events, and this time round, we've got a treasure hunt. So this is only happening in the UK this time round, but I think it's a really cool concept, so I have talked to the company about making it international in the future. I'm going to put the full rules in the description below, but the idea is that there are 3 locations you need to find, and the OnePlus UK Twitter page will be dropping clues about these locations throughout the day. And if you're the first person to find all these 3 locations and follow the steps they've given, then you'll win yourself a OnePlus 6 Red. Now, as a bit of a bonus, what you are seeing right now is an exclusive look at the first clue. I'm just going to leave it on screen for a couple of seconds, and it's up to you guys to figure out what to do with it. Alright guys, that is me done for now, but let me know in the comments down below what you think to the OnePlus 6 Red. Do you really like these bolder color options, or is this just one variant too many? Thanks a lot for watching, my name is Aaron, this is Mr. Who's the Boss, and I'll catch you guys next time.